Hey everyone, my name's Gordon, intern at the DSC at UCI, and today we're going to be doing another episode of Disability News about an NPR article about Netflix and playback speed. So basically, the idea is that Netflix is adding playback speed to help the blind and disability community in addition to everyone else who wants to change the playback speed. So playback speed is something that YouTube and Apple Podcasts have had for a while, where you can change the speed from, at least on YouTube, it's 0.25 speed all the way to 2 times speed. And I think on Apple Podcasts, the lowest setting is 0.5 speed. And basically it just gives people more options in terms of how fast they want to listen to it. I know of people who are both blind and sighted who choose to speed it up so that they can get the information faster, and that's really helpful for things like podcasts and news, where you're just going for mostly just information and you just want to have it while you're doing other things or things like that, where it's just about the information. Of course, if you're listening to music, you want to go back to normal speed, but again, it's just nice to have options. And this is helpful for the blind community because they're used to listening to fast audio all the time, like on their computer or phone, their screen readers, where they just get all of their information through audio and they can speed up that voice. So speeding up YouTube and podcasts, and now Netflix will help them get the information faster, and it would just be some people just like to hear the voices faster because that's what they're used to listening to all day. And so that would just give them another option that would help them get the information in a way that they prefer, which is kind of nice because Netflix has decided to do that. And it was actually in 2015 when Daredevil was airing that a lot of blind people were advocating so that they could have Netflix use descriptive audio on Daredevil, which they had not done other shows with descriptive audio before, but it is something that had existed on other shows and movies. And basically, descriptive audio is a way of describing what's going on, even when kind of like an audiobook in between scenes when characters aren't talking. It just gives people more information about what's going on, which is really helpful in action movies or even just like sitcoms, because sometimes the facial expressions or what the people aren't saying is very important for the comedy. And so that was something that Netflix had decided to do. They started doing descriptive audio on Daredevil, and then they started doing descriptive audio on all of their other shows, which has been very helpful for the blind community. And so this is just another step in that direction for making things accessible to the blind community. But again, it's not just the blind community, but the deaf community and everyone else. So the way that it helps the deaf community is that the deaf community might be more used to reading lips or reading closed captioning, and so for that reason, it might be helpful for them to slow down the movies so that they can read it and read the lips, and so it just gives them that option. And there are also other people who might want to slow it down so that they can look at all of the details in the movies, and it just gives them that option. So there's ultimately a lot of reasons for slowing down and speeding up the movies, and that would really be up to the people now that Netflix is going to put that option into the software. And so I think that's very helpful, that it helps everyone, not just people with disabilities. And the only argument against that is that directors and producers might complain that people will just be speeding through their movies and TV shows and not fully appreciating it. But I think most people will still be watching the movies and TV shows at the normal speed, and if they choose to speed it up or slow it down, then that would ultimately be because they want to that's the way that they would prefer to watch it, which means that they will still enjoy it. And if they wanted to slow it down to like watch it again, they'll still have that option. It will just give more people more options, and I think that's basically the reason why Netflix decided to go ahead and put in the option of changing the playback speed. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy at this time. Don't forget to subscribe to the DSC YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next time.